Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're putting on our cricket analyst hats to dive deep into a post-match tactical breakdown of Bangladesh's historic 104-run victory over Pakistan. Look, if you love the strategic chess match nature of Test cricket, you are going to absolutely love what we've got for you today. We are looking at the sheer anatomy of a collapse, detailing exactly how an entire batting lineup was systematically dismantled.
To break this incredible collapse down, we're going to look at the crucial early strikes, how they broke the middle order, Rana's devastating fast spell, and finally, this historic Test victory.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the crucial early strikes.
Now, as any of us who follow the longer format know, momentum in the second innings is literally everything. And notice how Pakistan's early momentum was choked off right from the very start. I mean, they rapidly lost 3 key wickets before they even reached 70 runs. They were floundering at 3 for 1, managed to rebuild just a tiny bit, but then lost 2 quick wickets at 57 and 68. And to be clear, this wasn't just bad batting. It was incredibly clinical bowling execution. It started right out of the gate. Taskin Ahmed struck immediately in his very first over, dismissing a Mama Hawk for just 2 runs. He bowled this perfect channel, just coming a shade back to find the outside edge, sending the ball straight into the keeper's gloves. As the commentary booth perfectly summed it up, it was exactly what the doctor ordered, to put Pakistan instantly on the back foot. What's genuinely fascinating here is how the Bangladesh bowlers varied their attacks to keep the batters completely guessing. Mehidy Hasan Miraz deceived Azan Awas beautifully. Awas was clearly expecting the turn, looking to cut it away, but Miraz fired in an arm ball that just went dead straight to dislodge the stumps. Then, shortly after that, the pace attack produced an absolute peach of a delivery to send Captain Shan Masood packing. A bit of bounce, a bit of shape away from the left-hander, and the skipper just had to play at it, resulting in another easy catch for the keeper.
Moving right along to Section 2, breaking the middle order.
So, after those early blows, Pakistan naturally tried to consolidate. That number right there, 66, belonged to Abdullah Shafiq. He was well settled, looking incredibly dangerous, and honestly having a great Test match up to that point. He was the anchor Pakistan desperately needed, which made his wicket the absolute most critical breakthrough of the entire session. Bangladesh knew they needed a moment of magic or some tactical genius to get him out. And that tactical genius, it came via DRS. Taijul Islam bowled a quicker delivery that struck the back foot. The umpire was completely unmoved, calling it not out on the field. The batter probably felt the ball was sliding down the leg side too, but Shanto took a brilliant, massive gamble with the review. Walking through the umpire's steps really shows how clinical the technology was here. First, checking ultra edge, flatline, no bat involved. Then rolling through to ball tracking, pitching outside off, impact in line, and crucially, wickets hitting. The decision gets reversed to out. It just proves that absolute trust in your bowler's angle can completely change the complexion of a session. So the pressure is absolutely compounding now at 121 for 5. Salman Ali Agha, who was brought in to build a much-needed partnership, fell for just 26. But honestly, it was how he fell that mattered most. He went for this somewhat casual attempt, swinging the ball away, and Shadman pulls off a lightning-fast, brilliant catch in the slips. Mushfiqur reacted perfectly initially, and Shadman was right there to grab the opportunity, literally with both hands. Just another massive mishap for Pakistan.
All right, on to Section 3, Rana's devastating fast spell.
With half the side gone, the door was wide open for a devastating display of sheer pace, 147 clicks. I mean, that is absolute raw heat. Naheed Rana unleashed a terrifying spell of fast bowling, throwing literal fireballs at the Pakistan batters. And when a bowler is hitting those speeds with that kind of discipline, it completely short-circuits a batter's decision-making process. And man, did that trigger an absolute freefall in the lower order. Just look at how incredibly tight this sequence is. Within the agonizing span of just 6 runs, Pakistan lost 4 massive wickets. From 152 to 158, their lower middle order just completely evaporated. Rana's tactics during this phase? Completely unplayable. First, he showed amazing discipline, enticing Saud Shakil to go for a drive at 141 clicks, which resulted in a comfortable diving catch. But the true masterpiece was his delivery to Mohammad Rizwan. Rana angles in this 147-click absolute missile. Rizwan inexplicably shoulders arms, offering absolutely no shot, only to hear the rattling sound behind him as his middle stump gets sent flying. The lights were on, and Rana was just smiling. He then just kept throwing relentless fireballs to ultimately trap Noman Ali. But listen, it wasn't just raw pace doing all of the damage here. Amidst Rana's sheer heat from one end, Taijul Islam sneaks in another crucial armball from the other. Now, if you need a quick refresher, an armball is a delivery from a spinner that deceives the batter by simply not turning. It just goes straight on with the arm. Taijul used it to absolute perfection to catch Hassan Ali LBW. And yep, you guessed it, another successful DRS review, checking that gap between bat and ball, confirming wickets hitting, and Hassan Ali is taking the long walk back to the pavilion. The broadcast commentary hit the nail on the head perfectly here. Pressure changes matches. Another incredibly clinical DRS review against Noman Ali, who was already dealing with Rana's nasty, pacey deliveries, pushed Pakistan to the ultimate brink at 158 for 9. The decision gets overturned, and at that point, the end was entirely near. Which brings us to the final chapter, Section 4, a historic Test victory. All of those tactical strikes, the brilliant reviews, the raw, blistering pace, it all culminated right here. Naheed Rana, who was undoubtedly the star of this final phase, secured a phenomenal 5-wicket haul. He managed to find the glove on the final delivery to dismiss the last batter. Even then, they went upstairs one last time, confirming the contact on the glove with Ultra Edge to officially seal the deal. 5 huge wickets for the fast bowler who, quite literally, broke the back of the resistance. With that final confirmation from the TV umpire, the finger goes up and Bangladesh clinches a monumental 104-run victory. That margin really reflects just how dominant that bowling display was in the final innings.
But you guys, this wasn't just a standard win, which is exactly why we're analyzing it so closely today. This was Bangladesh's first ever Test match victory against Pakistan on home soil. I mean, let that sink in for a second. It also marks their 3rd consecutive Test win against Pakistan overall, which signals a massive, undeniable shift in momentum between these two sides in the longer format of the game. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one provocative thought to consider. We just watched a team perfectly execute clinical pace, trap seasoned batters with deceptive spin, and ruthlessly weaponize the DRS system. Is this perfect storm of strategy and speed the new baseline standard for Bangladesh cricket? Because if it is, the rest of the cricketing world needs to be very, very prepared. Thanks so much for joining me for this tactical breakdown, and as always, keep your eyes on the pitch.